This is the Good News Report. Alright, good afternoon guys. We're back again for episode 2 of the Good News Report.
Yeah.
So a couple of weeks ago we did one of these and I think it went down really well. I think we brightened some days.
We got a good response.
Some kind of
so
thing,
we've decided to do this again.
Yes, we
and
have.
Again, and again, and again, and again.
Until there's nothing but good news. We're going to dominate the news market.
Yeah, man. Let's make it happen. All right, let's start with some good news.
Okay, so I got a story coming out of Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
Which is there was a homeless an animal shelter set on fire just before Christmas actually, and a homeless man was sitting just down the road and he saw this kind of happen, so he ran in and he saved all the animals.
Oh man, that's cool.
Really good.
Like you pulled them all out.
Pulled them all out, yeah, rescue all. So I think all the everyone in the animal shelter was away on like some drive trying to raise money. Whatever.
Right, yeah.
So no one was in the building, so he just jumped in and he saved everything.
Nice.
And that was proper good. He's wanted to remain nameless, like, so we don't have a name for the guy.
Yeah. Think about it, man. That's heroic, man. That's you're saving out. There must have been loads of animals there.
That is, yeah.
Cats, dogs.
Gotta imagine. And could you imagine, like, the animals must have been terrified. Like, if you're in a burning building's scary enough.
Yeah.
If you're a dog, like, a burning building's gonna be just, like, uncomprehendibly scary.
What a hero, honestly.
Yeah, true.
Like, if you saw, like, a burning building with cats and dogs and
No, I would not jump in and save. No, I could not do what that guy did. But then I'm a fan of barbecue. I
was just going to say that guy is really brave, right?
He is, absolutely.
And now you got me thinking about wings. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, you see, it's different. If it's a burning building with cats and dogs, of course people are going to go in. But if it's a burning building with cows and chickens, people are going to be queuing up with knives and forks outside. Sitting there with some barbecue sauce waiting for the flames to die down.
I thought someone was barbecuing.
I smelled that from down the road. No, that's good. Yeah, so W-Underdogs was the name of the shelter. They were now they're just looking for a new home, looking to kind of rehouse anything. So if anyone's listening in America and if anyone's listening in this one specific region of Atlanta and they want some animals, then do look at them.
Dude, honestly.
But
yeah, you know what? Props to him.
If
he wanted to remain anonymous, fair enough, man. But like, it's a good thing. It shows that there is still humanity in the world. It's so nice to hear things like that.
Yeah, very.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I was reading on animal news, right? I was reading this thing about this. There's been like, last week we was talking about pandas fucking.
We were talking about pandas getting it on.
Getting it on.
More pandas been getting it on.
Man, genuinely, those fluffy things, man, just bouncing off it.
The latest in the panda sex news. Pandas have been having sex.
Let me lick you up and down. Do you say stop?
Let me play with your body, baby.
You feel hot. Yeah, man, getting it on, panda love. Let me do all those things you want me to do.
Panda style.
Tonight, baby,
I wanna get freaky with you.
Like the yin yang. little yin yang pandas.
Little yin. Does this new little baby panda have a name? Does this little baby panda have a name?
This new panda does have a name. It's called Yuan Bao, which means round baby in Chinese. It's true, man. He was born in Taiwan. Like, this is like the second cub that's been born since like 2008 or something like that.
Nice.
It's been a long time, but yeah. Panda's been fucking, man.
Panda's been fucking. If that's not good news, I don't know what's good news in 2021. If Panda's been fucking.
Delicious balls of fluff. Rubbing and grinding all up against each other.
Do you think they got one black ball, one white ball? Pandas. It's like a yin-yang situation down there.
I wonder if it's designated, like the left and the right.
Maybe so. I think that's how genetics works, isn't it? I think one ball has all your female pandas, one ball has all your male pandas.
You reckon?
Yeah, I mean I'm not a doctor, but I'm pretty sure that's how making babies works.
I think maybe that's fiction.
You got a boy ball and a girl ball. Everyone knows that. Just basic science.
They are essentially fluffy balls with fluffy balls. Fluffy balls and fluffy balls.
Why am I now picturing someone with like you know how people hang stuff from the windscreen of the car? They've just got like two kind of hanging panda balls.
If you want to look, if you're like Yan Bao, right? This little baby panda, right? Like we've got a picture on the. You'll see a picture of a panda on the montage we did for this video. That is Yan Bao.
Baby Yan Bao.
Yeah, baby Yan Bao. Yeah. She weighs 13 kilograms. And yeah, all around, that's really good news. I'm so happy that the panda population is growing.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh, it's nice to like see kind of because they're on the brink of the extinction, aren't they? They're almost going out of population.
True, but as you said last time we was on, now that people ain't visiting the zoo, they're getting it on.
Yeah, they're getting it on. Maybe this is true.
It's true, man.
So maybe we need to stop. Maybe we need to stop putting pandas in zoos and start just letting them get
maybe
it on.
we should just like ban zoos for like 2 years, and then there'll be more animals.
Maybe so. I mean, zoos in general, it's a bit harsh, isn't it, on the animals? Just kind of like just keeping them in cages. But they're interested. They're quite cool.
People are into that voyeur shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe it's the same. Maybe it's the same for pandas.
So maybe we just need to find the kinky animals and just keep them in zoos. But all the normal
what
animals.
is the kinkiest animal?
What is?
What is? It's going to be something flexible, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's going to be a flexible animal.
The gazelle. I reckon the gazelle's pretty kinky. There's loads of them. Like you see on those African plains where there's just herds of gazelles. That's because they're kinky.
Man, I will never look at David Attenborough the same light again. God, love animals, man. Have you got another animal story for us?
We do have another animal story coming in. Another one out of America. So just recently, just kind of after the new year, a missing cat turned up. So there was a disaster in 2018, I think, like a landslide somewhere in California, Santa Barbara, and this cat went missing. And literally just before New Year's, he kind of patches the cat turned up at a shelter, and unfortunately the cat owner like died in the landslide. He was one of 23 people who died, which is really sad. But his partner, Norm Bogatello. Yeah, he's still alive, and she got reunited. Reunited.
Patches been hanging around some Patches for the last 3 years.
Patches has been hitting up some Patches.
Patches.
That cat must have a story from these last 3 years.
He's a badass cat, man. He's been some shit. Ain't no Landstein taking him out.
No, I mean this is California, so I wonder if the cat maybe joined a gang. Maybe if it went Bloods and Crips. It was rocking a little bandana.
Call me Patches, motherfucker.
Yo, Patches, what going on, man?
Yeah, man. I'm just chilling in my Patches. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I mean, we don't know if it's the same cat then. I'm going to be a bit skeptical on this and say, would you be able to tell 3 years ago
you would.
what your cat
I think you
like?
would. Genuinely, I think, right? I reckon I could spot my 2 cats if 1,000 cats were in the same room. I could do that.
There's only one way to test that, but that would mean putting 1,000 cats in.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want cats and you trust us enough, let's make this happen.
Yeah. We're looking to get 1,000 cats in a room.
I love pussy.
Just to see.
So a landslide, like 3 years.
Yeah. So January 20th, they're calling it the 1-9 debris flow.
Man, what an emotional moment it would have been. I can't imagine if I lost my cat for 3 years and bring back.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of accept that it was gone at that point, wouldn't you? After 3 years, like, you'd have mourned
come
it.
to terms with it by then. Yeah. But Patches a badass mofo. Know what I'm
Patches
saying?
is, yeah.
Patches motherfucker.
The quote from the shelter says they don't know exactly what she's been doing for the past 3 years, but they can see that Patches and Norm are thrilled to be reunited. So that's nice.
Man, that's a blessing.
Nice.
That is a blessing.
Yeah.
Oh mate, I'll tell you what, right? I was reading up on the other day and I saw this cookbook. This is a lizard, right?
Lizard, like cooking a lizard, like how to cook lizards.
No, genuinely, right? Yeah. There's this woman that's been writing a cookbook for like years, but never actually had like the ideas what she would do to make it different, special, to make people buy it. Right?
So she decided to cook lizards.
No, the lizard is the chef.
Oh, okay. That changes the story drastically.
That's what I'm saying, man. Right. So this woman called Valerie Muser, right? She's from America somewhere, like Washington State, I think. Said, yeah, if I remember correctly. Anyway, she's got this little lizard, right, called Lenny, Lenny the Lizard.
Lenny
right?
the Lizard.
And Leslie.
10 out of 10 on the naming game.
Yeah, Lenny, innit? Like.
Lenny the Lizard.
Yeah, genuinely, right? Lenny has got like this chef, and it's book. It's called Cooking for Humans. By Chef Lenny.
It just reminds me of that Simpsons bit, isn't it, where it's the aliens and it's like cooking for humans, cooking 40 humans, cooking for 40 humans. Like, it seems like that's the same. This lizard is secretly trying to get rid of humans.
Man, if you're watching your screens right now, you can see Lenny the Lizard on there.
Is Lenny? Well. I've got a picture of Lenny the Lizard.
Right, genuinely, if we're gonna try and put like a link to this article because there are some beautiful pictures of this lizard. He's got a little chef hat. He's done everything. It is absolutely mint. He's a central bearded dragon. He's a beautiful little man. Like Lenny, man, what a dude! Like you should see these pictures.
Absolute legend.
Yeah, man. Lenny! Yeah, man.
He has even got a little chef hat on and everything. That's just awesome. Where can people
scones?
He's been making scones. Oh, I mean, everyone's been getting bacon during this pandemic, haven't they? Really, even little lizards.
That's true. Yeah.
They got is there a way someone can buy Cooking for Humans?
Man, like yeah, it's on Etsy.
Okay.
Get it on Etsy. So search for
Cooking for Humans by
Chef Lenny, and it's on Amazon as well. So like yeah. Get that shit bought. Like genuinely,
nice.
The pictures
Yeah.
For the pictures alone.
Just for
like,
it's worth it just to see a lizard in a chef hat.
Yeah, man, it is brilliant. Like,
it's one of those things I never knew I wanted in my life. A lizard in a chef hat.
Just look at that picture.
Until I saw. He's got like a little spoon, a little pot, and everything.
Lenny!
Just,
what a legend.
Could you imagine like going to a restaurant and you ask just like see the chef and a little lizard comes out and you're like.
Alright, mate.
Alright, I heard you got to complain about the food.
I'm Lenny.
My name's Lenny, and today on Kitchen Nightmares, we're going to...
Chef Ramsay, mate, you better watch out. Lenny's on his
Lenny's coming
way,
for your job, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man. Should we go for a song? Should we have a song? So,
what we got?
So for this first one, we've got a song coming from Here's the Steeple, a musical project from Dan Wallace.
Yeah, cool.
And, this is one of my favourite songs by this guy. This song is called Father Son. Actually, this we were thinking about this recently. The Here's the Steeple. I remember they did the launch for this Run the River album.
Yeah.
It was a few years ago, and he set up it was like a 14-piece kind of orchestra. They kind of came, and it was one of the best local gigs I've ever seen. Like hands down.
Guys, if you've never heard this guy sing. I'm not kidding. I booked him for my 30th birthday party for a good reason. He is a talent. He's a treat, and he's a genuinely lovely guy as well.
He is absolutely delightful.
Like, you're in for a treat, man. If you like this kind of music, then he is like the best there is at the minute.
Yeah.
In this sort of.
Absolutely true.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So this is Here's the Steeple. This is Father's Son.
Little man, I'll do all that I can to be all you need. And this I swear by the name that we share, by the blood we bleed. But when you're older and wiser and bolder, you will come to know we are all just as small as each other, though we try to grow. But the proudest medals I have earned come from battles that I haven't won. And the hardest lesson I have learned is how to be my father's son. The hardest lesson I have learned is how to be my father's son. carry your pain as my own. I will bear your scars, and I'll survive on your triumphant joy and treasure all you are. But you will see that for all I believe that I will pass this test. There are powers much greater than men, though we try our best. But the proudest medals I have earned come from battles that I haven't won. And the hardest lesson I have learned is how to be my father's son. The hardest lesson I have learned is how to be my father's son. We're told that men are stone, solid and unmoving, but even stone wears down with time. There is no weakness in a growing, changing mind. For the proudest medals I have earned come from battles that I haven't won. And the hardest lesson I have learned is how to be my father's son. The proudest medals I have earned come from battles that I haven't won. And the hardest lesson I have learned is how to be my father's son.
Okay, so we're back to it now. We're that was Dan Walters there. What a voice, what a guy, what a tune,
guy, honestly.
what an absolute tune.
Oh, it's beautiful.
We've been singing that one all day, to be fair.
What soul, man? Honestly, like I could listen to that all night. Yeah, man.
And the proudest medals I have heard was how to be. Okay, I'm sorry, I'll stop. You just said the proper song. My like rendition is not gonna do it justice.
Dan, we respect
But
you.
Dan, yeah,
we love you.
mad
We've got a
love.
lot of love for you, mate.
All right. Speaking of mad love, we got some more good stories this week.
Mad love, man.
Speaking
oh,
of
yeah.
mad love.
That's a good point. Yeah. I was reading up that this police officer, Matt Lima.
I like that. We've had Chef Lenny, and now we've got Police Officer Lima. It's just like it's like a children's tale.
Right. Yeah.
So what did
this police officer?
But an actual person, not a
no,
Lima.
no, it's real.
Not a Lima.
Is 100% real?
But he's a human being.
He's a bona
not.
fide police officer.
But you're not answering the question. Is he a Lima, or is he an actual human being?
No, he's a human being police officer from Massachusetts.
Okay. Well, there goes the movie idea.
Basically, right, these two women were essentially shoplifting. They got a lot of food at this Stop and Shop grocery place.
Stealing food. Like that's. I kind of imagine when you're stealing food, it's not for like just stealing sake, is it? It's because you're hungry, you need food, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, like, well, when he showed up, obviously I think the police were called about this, but when he showed up and they had two small children with them, and the only things they had in this trolley was just food. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it became,
they weren't stealing TVs, they weren't stealing PlayStations.
No. It was pretty obvious to him that these people were struggling, and it kind of struck him a bit because he had small children himself, and he couldn't imagine what it would be like to have no money and stuff. And I mean, it's a real sad thing because the truth about it is, it's like 9.9 million Americans that up to date with the rent and that, and it's just
big numbers, isn't it? And I imagine because of COVID kind of thing, it's only going to be rising. There's going to be a massive there is a massive homeless problem in America anyway, isn't there?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we've already kind of mentioned there was a homeless guy who helped the kind of dog shelter. So there is a lot of homeless people out there. But people are people at the end of the day, isn't it? And whether you're a police officer, whether you're a homeless person, you're still a person who needs to provide for families.
It's kind true. Of thing. Well, they thought they were going to get arrested. Yeah. Turns out they didn't get that trolley full of food, but this guy Matt Lima gave them like a £250 gift card so they could buy food in for Christmas period and all that.
Matt Lima, what a guy.
Yeah, honestly, like it's just gone.
What,
the
a guy,
extra mile.
not an actual lemur.
Not an actual lemur,
But an actual guy.
He's protecting and he's serving and he's.
Oh, that's good.
It's going beyond, isn't it? It's going beyond what he needs to do.
Yeah,
and
true.
that-
And
that's
especially for cops, like,
admirable.
it's always good having a good news cop story as well, isn't it? Because I suppose cops get a very bad rep in America, isn't it? With the, especially recently, the whole Black
Coming
Lives Matter.
straight from the underground.
Yeah. And well, to be fair, yeah, we don't live in America. And we're not black. We can't really. I don't know the extent to what it is, but it's yeah, it's nice. It's nice. It's always nice as well. Very charitable kind of one.
Yeah, man, Matt Lemur, what a legend.
Speaking of food, speaking of kind of giving out food. This is not new news. Again, this is quite an old news kind of one.
All right.
But just kind of discovered the other day. So MF Doom, the rapper,
Oh yeah.
recently died at the end of last year. To be fair.
Oh, rest in peace,
But
man.
yeah, but great New York rapper, absolutely like fantastic. So for part of his kind of like tour kind of thing, he encouraged his fans to bring tin food, to bring like kind of dried food to the gigs, and all that kind of food got donated. And as a result, about £1,000 worth of food got donated to charities, to shelters, to help like kind of food bank, to the American version of food banks, whatever that.
That's good, man.
that
I
would be.
like.
And it
Yeah.
kind of fed. I think this was coming off of the 2004 the MM Food album
That's.
of his.
You mean like so he added like a concert and then like.
Yeah,
he
for like his
encouraged people
tours, he
to bring-
encouraged his fans to kind of to bring up. It was him as part of Rhymesayers Entertainment as well. Gotta give them a shout out for that because that's just a fantastic like.
That's
fantastic
I
thing.
mean honestly, like I'm not saying that
Hmm.
any of me or my mates are gonna get famous. Hopefully they do. But if we get like a big audience, man, like I'm definitely up for that shit.
I mean, we mentioned this again last week, didn't we? I think with the Need to Breathe and with Akon and stuff, and like kind of artists who use their kind of fame for great reasons is really nice to see. Really kind of
Yeah,
nice
yeah.
to see.
I think if I was in that category or yourself, I mean, it'd be nice to give back.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, so that's really kind of good for him. I mean, all up and down the country as well. Looking at it here, so I mean, Chicago, San Francisco, LA, Philadelphia, New York, all these kind of places benefited from MF Doom kind of concerts, which was really good.
Yeah.
Don't
Oh,
forget,
another
RIP
thing about
MF Doom.
another thing about Christmas. I know we're going back a bit, right? But I don't know if you ever heard of Lad Baby.
Ladbit, the guy who did the fuck Boris Johnson song. I don't know why it's not.
It's hit Christmas #1 for like 3 times in a row.
Yeah, but was he not this song that was just like fuck Boris Johnson?
No,
Oh, okay.
that's something else. I don't know what the hell you've been watching in this time.
There was a song.
Anyway,
There was a Christmas song.
I was
there.
bringing back the point of giving back. Basically, all the donations that they made for the last 3 years, Christmas #1.
Oh
gone.
yeah, the sausage. It's like something about sausage rolls. or
It's
something.
gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gone to the Trussell Trust, and they provide meals for people in all over the UK. So
Nice.
genuinely, if you want to like help people, like I would say the Trussell Trust is a good place
Trussell
to
Trust.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll stick a link for that in the description
Yeah, of course.
because that's
yeah.
gonna be definitely if you're looking for donating for charity.
Yeah, man.
Trussell Trust. Plus that's really fun to say.
Trussell
Trust.
Trussell Trust.
Hey
Yeah.
man, go down to the Trust. Go down to the Trust. Quite hard to say actually.
Yeah,
Don't twist it.
I follow their videos, right? But like, not only that, like Walker's, Walker's crisps.
Yeah.
They've got like sausage roll flavour crisp now. thanks to them.
What?
Yeah. But
I don't know if that's
they've
good news. I don't know if that's
donated,
good news.
like, 10p for every bag of diamond souls goes straight to the Trussell Trust anyway. So
Oh,
like,
okay. Nice.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so if you
So
want,
every time you just kind of buy a bag of crisps, you give it to charity.
that's it.
Nice.
But they provide for the whole UK and everything. I mean, I just thought to add that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Buy Walker's crisps, I guess. This is the-
Yeah.
Maybe not sausage roll flavour. I don't know how I feel about sausage roll flavour
Sausage
crisps.
roll flavour crisp. I mean, I need
Yeah.
to try it though. Mate,
Think so.
honestly, if you see some, let me know because I want to try it.
Okay.
If you see some, buy some because I want to try
Oh,
it.
well,
Yeah.
just for shits and gigs, we're gonna have to get some
Yeah.
sausage roll. Kind
We
of
will
flavour
give
crisps.
like hopefully if we find it before the next like podcast.
If it's a Greg's sausage roll, I can see that being really, really
if
good.
we find it before the next podcast, we can do an honest review about
Yeah.
these crisps.
We'll just sit here and munch it. So like half of the sound is just gonna be like us eating crisps into the microphone. We'll be like, yeah, this one's okay.
Yeah.
We've got some more stories for the chat. Well, it's like a charitable theme, isn't it? This little section that we're doing now.
Yeah. Right. I was reading up the other day that Dwayne Johnson.
Can you smell
What the rock
is cooking? Yeah, I like the rock.
Yeah, honestly, right.
How can you not like The Rock? He's just lovable. He's just awesome, isn't he? In everything he does.
You're just
Dwayne
looking
The
at
Rock
them
Johnson.
pecs. I know what you're about. The pec pap of love.
Oh yeah, I think Dwayne The Rock Johnson would destroy me.
It doesn't matter. Man, bringing back some childhood memories now. Yeah, classic Rock. Yeah, but what?
Classic Rock.
I wonder if he was born, he was the Pebble, and then he grew
Bigger.
to the boulder. Now he's the Rock, and then
No, I think his dad was the boulder,
his dad.
and then
was
like
the
they
boulder.
kind of chipped off a little bit,
Oh,
and that's
man.
The Rock.
Actually, you know.
And then
what?
his son's gonna be the pebble because you're just gonna chip off smaller. Until his grandson's like a grain of sand.
Yep. Oh, his dad died, didn't he, recently?
Oh.
Yeah, man, that's a shame.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, let's move on to this.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Basically, this guy called Bruno used to know him when he was like 15 years old. Now, at this point, he didn't really have anywhere to live. He had no money and everything. So Bruno basically like took him in and said, you know, you can stay. Here's a place to stay. You know, and at that time, it lent him like $40 so he could get a car, so he can get to like where he needs to be. And that. And yeah, man, like The Rock recently got back in touch with Bruno and decided that he's gonna like give him a 30 grand car, you know, to repay the favor. At the end of the day, he bought that car for him.
Oh, nice.
And so in return, so he got himself like a Ford F-150 car.
Oh yes, that is an upgrade on the
Yeah,
on
man,
the
dude, that's a $30,000 car.
Wow.
And not only that,
Nice.
because of his help and the fact that you know, he gave him a place to stay, man. He's kind of given him a grant. He's given him enough money so he doesn't have to struggle for the rest of his life. So I think it's really
That's
nice.
good, and it also kind of shows, you know, being charitable. It doesn't, you know, you don't do charity work for the rewards at the end of it, but that little bit of, you know, you help somebody out and you don't know what you're gonna get from the end of it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You don't know who you help out, what they're gonna do in the future, like how big they're gonna get, and it's just nice to see.
Yeah, man.
Kind of encouraging.
Like
It reminds me, I remember hearing a story of you know, Santana, the
yeah.
thing. I think he had a bongo player like who used to kind of tour with him and gig with him, and I think since then the bongo player, he's kind of had a bit of a tough life since he kind of played with Santana, and he ended up, you know, being homeless and living. And this like YouTube video kind of shows Santana being reunited with this kind of bongo guy.
All right.
And he, you know, he helps him out. He he doesn't want charity work. He doesn't want like just kind of charity off him. But I think Santana, you know, I think he employs him maybe for playing some bongos on a record or something, and just kind of pays him for that and just kind of helps him out.
Man, it's so good to give back, man. Like, and not only that, you got to forget. You know, you can't forget where you come from. Like everyone comes from pretty much nothing and builds up. So you know what I mean? Like,
And no one makes it on their own as well, do they? Like everyone kind of makes it with the help of other people.
Yeah, yeah.
And when that's kind of paid back, it's proper nice to see. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
No, so big up The Rock. And what was the guy called who helped The Rock out?
Bruno.
Bruno. Big up The Rock and Bruno. Big up Bruno. Good work, man. Like, good work
Yeah,
again. Right, should we take another little song break?
Oh,
So
what we
this,
got now?
So now we've got we've got Birds and Beasts coming up now.
Yeah.
Oh, Birds and Beasts are just an absolutely electric band. Absolutely fantastic. All the kind of songs have like animal themes, which is just really, really clever. It's really, really good. And
I've got their the album Entwined on vinyl.
Oh, nice. Yes.
Yeah.
I've got one of their earlier EPs, I think, with the Tide, Into the Tide. Something Into the Tide.
Honestly,
It's
mate,
really, really good.
They're really good. Like,
Yeah.
they're very, very clever.
And they've got a new album coming out February.
Really?
Time. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. They've not solidified a date, but February time. There's a new album called.
All right, what's it called, man?
Cosmic Disco is the name of the new album.
Cosmic Disco. Yeah.
Cosmic
Birds
Disco.
and Beasts, man.
Yes.
Yes. That's what it's about. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the single from that new album coming up. This tune is called Dancemaster. If you have YouTube, check this tune out on YouTube because the video is just incredible.
Please, like,
It was
look up
absolutely-
Birds and Beasts. These are amazing, and honestly, Anna and Leo are wonderful people as well. So,
They are
yeah,
indeed.
here we go.
This is Dancemaster.
I suppose I must wait my turn. Thought plan. I'm waiting for it to be me. Someday you see me no more a trainee. I'm the dance master, you know. You can't resist it, let yourself go. One day I will be the dance master. I'll go first, you'll follow after. No longer will I be the wingman. I'll be in charge, the man with the plan. One day you will be the dance master. Wherever you lead me, I follow right after. I must trust your master plan. You can take charge, be my man. There's only so much you can do without your wingman. There's only so much you can do without your wingman. There's only so much you can do without your wingman. There's only so much you can do without your wingman.
So that was Dancemaster by Birds and Beasts.
What a
tune.
wicked track,
Banging
man.
tune.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So now we come to a section. We haven't got the so we promised you a soundboard this week, and we've got it all there, but we can't figure out a way to get it while we're recording audio at the same time.
Technicalities.
Technical difficulties. Yeah. So we're gonna do a little section we call random question time.
Random question time.
So,
Mate,
this is
mate,
it.
like,
This
random-
who needs sound
random-
effects?
random
We can just
Alright.
just be his own sound effects.
Like,
So random question, LJ. If you could put a horn on any other animal, like a unicorn, what animal would you put it on?
you mean if I could give an animal the horn?
Yeah, if you could
What-
give
what
the animal
animal
the
would
horn.
it
What animal would you
Let me think, man. Like, what would look cool? I don't know. We've already gone to lizards. No, lizard with spike would look kind of cool, like a mohawk.
That would look pretty cool.
But like,
I think a beaver would look good because you get the teeth and then you get the horn as well.
I do get the horn when I see beaver sometimes. Like,
Nothing but net. That was great. That was lovely.
Are you gonna say beaver?
I'm gonna say I just said beaver. I'll say beaver again.
You would say beaver.
I'd say beaver. Yeah, I'd put a horn on a beaver.
I would say a turtle, man. One of them big
Ooh.
fucking land turtles.
Yeah, turtle with a horn. That'd be pretty badass.
Mate, I've been watching Discovery Channel and I ain't never seen a turtle with a horn.
I know. I mean, maybe that's not why there's not that many turtles around, because turtles don't be getting the horn. I wouldn't give it to a cat. I wouldn't trust a cat with a horn. Just gonna say, I think a cat would be vicious with a horn. I think they'd be taken over if a cat had the horn.
Why do people like sleep naked?
Because it's comfortable. Like it's warm in a bed, isn't it?
If,
Like, it's
like,
just
God forbid
freeing.
anything happens.
Yeah, but you gotta wear clothes all day. Why, like, and plus, who cares if God forbid anything happens? You'd be dead.
I'm
by
thinking
that
about them, man. Look at the atrocity of that.
Anyone who find me lying dead naked in bed would be honoured with the
Because
sight
see
of
you
the scene.
naked. Like, you're not bothered about that.
Not after it's dead. Like, what's the point of being bothered after sit naked after you're dead? Even alive, yeah, bed's warm. Like, it's comfortable. You have to wear clothes all day.
What's
like,
your normal
why would you
attire
think-
for bed? What do you normally wear in bed?
I normally go bollock naked.
Really?
Unless it's cold, and then I'll put on some like loose fitting pajamas. If it's a
So
bit chilly.
do you just have a duvet and a blanket
Yeah, just do it in a blanket straight on the sheet.
straight on the sheets?
Yeah, yeah, it's nice, it's comfortable. So follow-up question: why the hell would you wear pajamas?
Why the hell would you wear
Why the
pajamas?
hell would you wear pajamas? It's freeing. You have to wear clothes all day, every day.
Yeah, but they're like,
You get a few hours a night where you don't have to wear clothes.
you must admit though, like those lounge pant pajama things are fucking alright.
They are comfortable to kind of lunge around.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, would you live in a teepee?
Would I live in a teepee?
Yeah.
Yes. Would it have electric?
Ooh, no.
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 Well, no.
This would be a
'cause I've
rustic.
got
This would
I've
be a
got
rustic
perfectly good
access.
place with electric and everything.
You get like a fire in the middle. You get
Would I
a
sleep
fire.
in a teepee? Yes. Have I slept in a teepee? Yes.
Oh, okay, when did you sleep in a teepee?
Camping. When I was young.
Like a tent. Like a
Yeah,
tent.
yeah.
A tent doesn't count.
No.
I'm
it's-
talking about a big, like a Native American like teepee.
You played in a teepee, right?
Oh shit! Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Yes, I did.
yeah.
Yes, I did. But that had electricity. I don't think that was a teepee. That was like or something, wasn't it?
You
It's
would
like
call it a teepee then.
It was a big tent. Yeah, but it was massive. It wasn't like a homemade little kind of.
When I say played in that, I mean he played music, guys. Just like.
Yeah, they had it set up outside the train station around Christmas time, didn't they? And they had like a kind of fire in the middle. Oh, and it was warm and it was lovely. That was
I would
lush.
love
I
to
live in
do
a
a
teepee
gig
like
there.
that. Yeah.
I'd love to do a gig there. I bet it's fun. Like.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah.
It really was. Great
That's
place.
cool, man.
Great place. Well, it's not been open this year because of COVID and stuff.
What's your favourite time of the day?
I'm an evening guy. Yeah, I like evening. I like between about 6-7 o'clock. Although I tend to be working it. I tend to work evenings.
Isn't it weird how, like, during the day, like, when you wake up, you're all right propped in it. But the later the day goes on, like, your thighs just seem to widen.
Yeah. Like a little flower in it, you just kind of
It just opens up throughout the day.
Okay, if kilts became socially acceptable, would you wear kilts?
If kilts, you mean like proper,
Like all the time.
proper Scots?
Probably, yeah.
Not these half-assed people that put bloody boxers on underneath. You're on about
No, you'd have to go.
Scots.
Yeah. We do. If they outlawed pants, if pants became illegal.
I don't know. I think I might have to get some Velcro and strap it to my leg, because I don't want to knock anyone out.
You have the kilt on and it'd just be like nipping out the bottom.
just swinging like a little trunk. No, I wouldn't wear a kilt, man. No, not kilt. I wouldn't wear a kilt.
Don't go for a kilt.
No. Would you?
No.
I mean,
probably not.
this breathable, and then this fucking
It'd be
breathable.
cold. I mean, Scotland of all places to wear kilts, like it's gonna be freezing up there.
Isn't it, man?
They must have a lot of pubes. That's what I'm thinking. They got a lot of untrimmed.
Fucking hell, man!
Bloody hell, boy! You see my pubes? Bloody.
Why, hey, man!
Hey, laddie.
Hey, like, fellas, you've gone inside.
Hey, I like your underwear, man. I'm not wearing any underwear, laddie. That's my natural pubic.
We've gone to pubic hair, folks.
We're there.
We didn't expect anything less from pubes, man.
Okay, I think that's that nicely brings an end to random question time. I
Do you
think.
reckon?
I think so.
One
Thanks, Sugar.
more.
Okay.
You ask one more question.
One more random question. Okay. When was the last time you climbed a tree?
When was the last time I climbed a tree?
Yeah.
About a year ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
That's it. I was on a walk.
Alright.
I saw a tree.
And you thought, I'm gonna climb that
Thought,
tree.
I'm going to climb that tree, sit on that, and look at the view. That's it.
Nice.
Nice. Right. What's
All
on?
right. Well, that was random question time. Let's go for some good news. Like when we're talking good news, I think we mentioned this last, but we gotta do environment news, because anything that kind of gets more better for the environment is always good news.
Yeah. I'm just calming down from the pubes.
I got Scottish pubes on the brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was a story in National Geographic about kind of 7 wins for the environment in 2020.
I genuinely thought you were going to say this story in National Geographic
About
Scottish pubes.
And here we see the Scot in his native environment with his untrimmed wild bush. That's what porridge
Hey,
gets you.
lassie, get me a beer, will you?
I can't move. My pubes have got caught in my shoelaces, and I can't move. Okay. Should we try?
So what is going on? Right, we need to calm down. Right.
Okay, let's take this one for one. So 2020. It saw the US House Parliament kind of thing.
Yeah.
It passed something called the Great American Outdoors Act, which basically spends $10 billion on preserving outdoor spaces, preserving American national parks, which is a good kind of thing.
Yeah,
Really
man.
good. Saving some big wide open space.
Yeah, man.
I don't know. Did you see
more
the
dog in spaces?
Yeah, more dog in spaces. Well, like, did you see the Attenborough kind of the one where it kind
Attenborough
of
dogging.
No, where it looks through his life and it kind of like looks at all these kind of. It looks
Oh,
at kind of his
actually, I
life
missed it. I
experiences.
really want to watch it. Is it any good?
Yeah, it's really good. I think it's still on Netflix.
All right,
It's
cool.
called. But
Yeah,
but like kind of part of that is that they say how much of the world was wild when he started compared to how much of the world is wild now, and there's a lot less wild kind of. I forget the exact numbers, but there's not. So you know,
what were you
stuff
saying?
like
Like they're
yeah, they're going to spend $10 billion on preserving national parks.
man,
And
that's
stop
good.
kind of
isn't
stop
it?
logging, stop oil pipelines, stop all that kind of jazz. Which
Yeah,
is really good.
perfect, man.
Yeah.
That's
Good
like,
stuff.
yeah.
2020
Cool,
was
man.
the Great American Outdoors Act.
So when did that get passed? Then?
Last year.
All right.
It does.
Bloody
Yeah.
hell, Trump did something nice.
I don't think Trump had anything to do with it, to be quite honest with you. I really don't. But we don't need to talk about that guy anymore. That guy's long gone. Yeah.
Bye. Okay.
Which is really good, to be fair. That's the best news. We didn't want to make this political like at all.
Yeah, genuinely, we said we wouldn't even mention
But
it.
that's not like I was watching the inauguration, like Biden's inauguration, and oh my god, it was like a wave of relief. Like I no longer have to care about American politics because a madman's not just going to set a bomb off. Like it's just it's a relief.
All I'm going to say on
It
the
was an
matter is
absolute
that I
relief.
hope that better days are to come for the
Yeah.
US.
Yeah, me too. Me too. So more news on the environment. Electric vehicles are surging. So this says yeah.
Really? You
Yeah.
mean, like,
So
has it got the wrong power input or some shit? Too much power, man.
So- they went 12 volts when it was only 9 volts.
Right.
Yeah,
shit,
yeah.
man.
But now they figured that out. So
Yeah.
so this is quite an interesting statistic. So in 2010 there were just 17,000 electric cars on the road. Now in 2019 there's an estimated 7.2 million electric cars
Nice.
on the road, which is a
Do you
massive
reckon
boost.
they're gonna like fully replace like?
I reckon so in the future, isn't it? I think that's probably the way it's going to go.
Yeah.
I mean, GM. There's a story out of Canada as well. I think GM are going to invest $1 billion to make electric vans.
Nice.
This is $1 billion Canadian dollars. So I don't know how much that's worth in real money, but in Canadian dollars, it's $1 billion.
How many jars of maple syrup can buy with that?
Ooh, I don't know how much a jar of maple syrup. Probably around $1 billion.
We'll come back to the kilts thing. That's the Scottish Canadian.
Yeah. Although my Canadian accent's going to be nowhere near as good as the Scottish. All right.
All you got to say
We
is
got-
a boot, and
We
that's
got
it.
a boot.
A boot, and then everything else.
got
is
some
pretty
maple
much
syrup,
American.
a
It's
boot.
American, but a boot. I'm sorry, Canadians out there. I am really sorry. I'm not meaning anything bad.
I'm not sorry, laddie. Oh no, that was not Canadian. That went back Scottish.
Yeah,
I
you
just
went
naturally
full-
fell
you
into the
went full
Scottish.
then,
Yeah,
man.
I
That
really
was
did.
pretty much Billy Connolly taking a shit.
Gotta get that out.
All right. Oh, I gotta lay some pipe. Oh,
Gotta
yeah.
drop. Let me just drop the
That's
kids off at the
good.
pool right there. Just gonna.
Sorry, I have been. I do watch Billy Connolly. I think he's very funny.
it's really good. So we got some more. So the more. Let's have a look. Fossil fuels seem to be coming to an end, which is really really good. So
Mate, yeah, that's good.
there was so 36 oil companies since 2016 have filed for bankruptcy, which is really good. Gas prices have fallen to historic lows, and renewable energy is on the up and up and up and up and up, which is.
So what do you reckon that
really
means
good.
for like places like the UAE where they're all founded on oil?
Well, I think they've got like a lot of sunlight there, haven't they? They're in like the desert countries, aren't they?
Well, I know firsthand they've got a lot.
Yeah.
It's
So-
bloody hot over there, I tell you.
Imagine if you were going to set up like a solar farm, that would be a great place to do it. So they just need to do it. Because as well, at the same place, it's only that like it's the royal family, isn't it, from the UAE and from the Saudi kind of kingdom
Yeah, yeah.
that are getting really rich off that oil.
Mm-hmm.
But whereas if you had like a solar kind of panel thing, I imagine the wealth would be more evenly spread.
Maybe
But-
so. Maybe so. Yeah.
So yeah, so more things. Oh, it says here. Yeah, it says experts say renewables are growing at an even faster rate, and yeah, Joe Biden's promised to encourage that as well, which is good.
Yeah, man.
Good kind of thing on that. Wall Street's been struggling as well. Or not Wall Street's been struggling, but they've been feeling the pressure from eco groups. So they're
Well, they've got
no
to,
longer-
like this. They're like involved in drilling and all sorts of shit. Right?
Yeah, so the last 6 months of 2020, like JP Morgan, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, all these big American banks have said that they're not going to fund drilling in the Arctic Circle anymore, drilling for oil, which is good.
I hope like some worldwide banks like the ones we have here. And
Well, they're the ones
the
who brought.
same
This is
thing.
what I always kind of think about, like kind of global, like environment issues kind of thing, isn't it? Like you can recycle all your kind of things. You can turn your lights off when you're not in the room. You can do all that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the big kind of oil companies that are making them like the most pollution kind of thing, isn't it? Until they change.
Well,
Everything
as
else
you
is,
say,
drops
like
in the
electric vehicles coming thing. Like maybe like, I mean, hopefully, say one day we'll be able to have, you know, everything we have now, but without burning any fossil fuels.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah,
like,
that'd be- yeah,
everything
we
would
could-
be
yeah.
like,
I think that'd be the future, isn't it?
yeah,
Definitely.
Mm.
And I mean that seems to be coming on.
yeah, man, that's
Okay.
cool.
We got some stories about Wales. Wales are making a good comeback. Wales the thing, not
Not the
Wales the
place.
country, not the place. Yeah. Wales the place doesn't need to make a comeback. Wales the place has always been there.
Wales does need to make a comeback. Wales is wicked. Yeah,
It's pretty good. Yeah, I like
big
Wales.
up to the Welsh.
Yeah, but Wales. So where are we looking here?
Wales.
Blue. Yeah, around the Antarctic kind of thing. So
Yeah.
nearly the first half of the 20th century saw nearly 300,000 whales being killed,
Oh,
and almost
that's
kind of
sad.
decimated the population.
That almost makes me want to cry.
Mm.
Did you watch like Free Willy when you was a kid? I fucking love like whales, man. I like animals in general. Like,
Yeah.
it makes me sad, man.
I was trying to make a Free Willy joke, but it seemed too easy.
No, honestly, my zig was right up. Yeah,
yeah. Maybe you don't want to free that Willy. Maybe.
not in front of you, Ollie. Not in front of you. But ladies, if you're listening,
How do people know? We could be doing this podcast completely bollock naked, and no one would know.
this is
No one
very
would have.
true.
So we'll
But don't you think
consider that
your,
for next week?
Don't you think your voice would be slightly higher?
No, I think it'd be higher with clothes on because it's like constricting everything.
No,
I think
no.
I think I'm Barry
Yeah,
White naked.
Barry White.
I'm Barry White. This is my naked voice, but this is my normal
You'd
voice.
be a little bit surprised, like genuinely, if you've got your headphones on as you do now, right? The next thing you know, like literally, like 2 meters away, you've got
2 meters, really. You're being
a
very
tallywhacker.
very generous with yourself there. 2 meters. Oh, because we're following COVID guidelines. 2 meters. I thought you were saying you had a 2 meter long schlong.
No.
I thought you. Yeah. So Wales are making
God,
it.
could you imagine that? Like being sat at a restaurant. LJ, come on, we're off to this bar. Hang on a minute, I gotta roll up my dick.
Has anyone seen the end of my dick? I can't find the end of my dick. You pull it back in and someone's graffitied it. It's like it's spray painted.
Graffitied it with a picture of a dick.
Patches the cat out of California has just been spray painting your dick. Been throwing up gang signs all up and down on the dick.
Patches.
Yeah.
What
So
about
whaling, yeah. So there's 3 countries left in the world: Japan, Norway, and Iceland that still do whaling. But Iceland looks like they're about to stop soon, which is really good. Which is really good. And the oceans are getting cleaner in general, and 14 countries have announced that they're gonna clean up the oceans, which is really, really good. Let's have a look. Where we're looking: Canada, Mexico, Japan, Australia, Kenya, Ghana, Norway, Portugal.
Can you say that again?
40% of the world.
Say it really fast.
Canada, Mexico, Japan, Australia, Kenya, Ghana, Norway, and Portugal. Oh, not bad.
Man,
Yeah, I gotta think. Terms and
Quite
conditions apply.
impressive.
Please read the small print.
Mr. Bray, what an impressive man he is.
Yeah. So that's gonna be 2.7 million square miles of ocean are gonna get cleaned up because of this kind of pact.
Oh, just 1 second before we go back. Like 30 seconds ago, we were talking like really rude. We genuinely didn't mean to offend anyone. Just so you know. Well,
Yeah,
oh,
so
bless him.
if you've got a 2 meter long schlong, we didn't mean to offend.
No, genuinely.
The big dick. We didn't want to offend the big dick community. We're,
But yes, we're not pervs. Don't worry, we're not pervs. No. Right.
a little bit pervs.
Yeah, only you.
You got it. Everyone's a little bit perv. Nobody's 100% not perv.
That's true. That's true.
You'd be like a bacteria cell if you were 100% not pervy. Everyone's a little bit pervy. Otherwise, there'd be no humans. There'd be no sex. There'd be no nothing.
Yep.
You gotta be a little bit pervy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the whales.
Speaking, so we were talking about cleaning water, but there is a cleaning water story coming out of Tennessee.
Yeah, man. Like, turns out that the Jackson State Historic Tennessee River has been cleared of 9,208 pounds of plastic within 3 days.
Nice.
So, yeah, volunteers have gone to the Jacksonville State Historic Park and got rid of all that. I mean, it was known at the time for being like notoriously like the most dirtiest river there is in that area. But yeah, they genuinely just got a boat and
just went picking up trash.
Shit out. Yeah, man.
Nice, that's good. Nice community project. That's what we like.
Yeah, community project, man. That's good. I mean, the river itself is like 652 miles. Like,
okay, it's a long ass river.
That's a long ass river, man. And
A lot of
then
cleanups.
it had more broken bits of plastic than any other river in the world, apparently.
Oh, man.
So
that's
genuine, like the people of Jacksonville, like they've cleared out 9,208 pounds of trash.
That's a
from
lot
the
of
river.
trash. Yeah. I wonder what they did with it. I reckon they just threw it in the ocean. Just pulled it out of the river.
Yeah, honestly, props to those guys, man.
Yeah, mad props to the Tennessee Jacksonville cleaning river thing. Yeah, so also in environmental news, the because of all the kind of COVID crisis that's been going on, like less people have been travelling, so there's been less air travel, less car travel, stuff like that, and the world is actually cleaning up a lot because of that. Scientists say that because the air travel's dropped 50% from what it was in 20.
Like all the carbon emissions have gone down, like globally, right?
And it's given this quite so parts of India that are normally blanketed by air pollution, they can now see the Himalayas for the first time.
Wow.
Because it's kind of cleared up.
Man,
And,
that'd be
nature
alright.
is healing is the quote that they've.
Don't they call it the Himalayas when they're over there? That's what they pronounce it as, I think.
No, I've never heard the Himalayas. No, it's the Himalayas.
Himalayas?
Himalayas.
Himalayas?
Himalayas.
No, I'm genuinely. I think I've heard this on. I was watching something the other day. Some travel documentary thing. I think they do call it. Anyway.
I've never heard.
Well,
Okay. But that big old mountain range over there.
that big old
That big
mountain range.
Yeah. But it's also it's given scientists a kind of chance to study ecosystems as well without kind of human interference, which is giving them a lot of new insights into kind of science,
Yeah, man.
which is good.
All progress,
Some
man.
positive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to do one last kind of environment story while we're on the kind of environment.
Of course.
A little bit kind of close to home because, well, I say close to home. We're going to go talk in Cambridge. But there's a Cofarm is what it's called. That I kind of heard about this last kind of time, and it's a community kind of co-op project where they got together since since March 2019. So this is pre kind of pandemic. They kind of got together and they just started like a community farming project where they just got 7 acres. They just started growing as like a community. But then since the pandemic kind of hit, they've been donating all the produce to local food hubs to feed people who are kind of struggling for food during this kind of pandemic.
That is.
So this is like people coming together to make food, grow food, and then just to give it away for charity. And that's the Cambridge Cofarm.
Yeah. That's
Which
cool,
really
man.
was a really nice project, to be fair. So they're doing really well. And again, I think we'll stick a link to the description of them in case you want to get support, in case you're living in the Cambridge area.
I mean, bless us.
Wanna kind of help.
Thankfully, we're doing okay, but there are a lot of people like in this country.
Yeah.
That,
Oh, yeah. I mean, this like COVID thing's going to change just going to change the life for so many people, isn't it?
yeah.
And
I mean,
unfortunately, not for the better. Like,
yes, unfortunately. But yeah, we got to take a stand and do what we can do. For now, I guess. I think the main thing I've learnt during all this is that you can't think about just you. You've got to it's about everyone. You know what I mean?
I kind of get like because to some element there is the part where we're all like on a zone, and it has been like a very introverted kind of period of time. But in that kind of same, it kind of makes you appreciative of other people. It makes you appreciative of what other people kind of bring to the table.
Definitely. I'm sure you feel the same. I'm very blessed with the people I have.
Oh, very much so.
In life, yeah. It makes you realize these things and how lucky you really are. Yeah, man. But you got to think about other people as well. You know. Yeah, some people do need help, and there's nothing wrong with throwing out a helping hand where you can.
Yeah, and I think some people struggle to ask for help as well. I feel like some like it seems like a kind of sign of weakness as well. Like I think some people see it. I know I do. I'm not like I would struggle to ask for help when I need it kind of thing.
Really, the amount of times I've had to ask you for can I lend this? You're like, yeah, but
yeah, I feel like giving help's easier than asking for it, isn't it? Like,
I mean, yeah, of course. I understand the point, but anyway, like, yeah, hopefully, like, from now forward, like, people are gonna start thinking a bit more about, it's not just us, it's about other people,
and how their kind of actions are affecting other people as well, isn't it? Kind of thing.
Yeah, of course.
And I think, and I hope, I mean, touch wood, I really hope that we're gonna see this when it comes out of, when we come out the other end of this kind of pandemic thing. We're gonna see people being a lot closer together and a lot more kind of friendly and a lot nicer. That'd be good.
That'd be good.
So talking about people, talking about loving people. We've got the last song of the day coming in. This is from the wonderfully talented Mr. Jack Manning.
Oh mate, you guys are in for a treat.
Absolute legend of voice. This is a new one of his, a new single that came out December 18th. I think got released, and it's called
Chlorine.
It's called Chlorine.
Yeah, Chlorine.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
An absolutely lovely, stunning track. Follow Jack Manning Music for all the tracks today. We're going to put links in the description and everything like that.
Yeah.
So if you like anything you hear, do click on the link, give them your support. Local music. I mean, music and art now needs its support more than ever, isn't it? Really, during this kind of period.
For sure.
So
but genuinely, with the acts that we do choose, we do think about them thoroughly. We know that they are they're very good at what they do. So for this, just props to all the artists that we have.
Yeah. True. Mad love to anyone making music now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So you guys are in for a treat. Listen to Jack Manning, and this is Chlorine.
Warn me again, not to make you laugh or smile. Every time someone's calling, it's hard to resist, laughing at you all the while, winding you up so slowly, drenched in chlorine. And finally, I feel just like a person somebody could recognize. If life is like a movie, this feels just like a love scene right about the halfway line. You're looking like the leading lady with the water bouncing off your skin and your hair, drenched in chlorine. So far away, tell me how was work today. Don't let me get a word in about a way. You smiling at me in that way makes me think that I might be dreaming up some teenage fantasy. You're lit up in blue and purple, topping up a Sainsbury's wine. The tie-dye in your t-shirts run off in the water. Somehow you don't seem to mind. The steam that frames your face so perfectly in place. We both give up the chase as you swim towards me, drenched in chlorine. You were bright when the heat upon your face. Through the fire, through the rain, through the fires and warnings. I'm thinking finally she has come my way, to the surface of the wave, from the ocean floor. What came before it doesn't matter much, 'cause you came along and ripped the story out. I wasn't sure till I felt your touch. there's no fans or what is. And that there's a perfect time or place. There's just music in a way that this night exists with you reaching for me, drenched in chlorine.
Alright, so that was Mr. Man in there. Chlorine, beautiful song.
Don't you think that vibe is brilliant though? Like, it's just nice, man.
Really is. The
he's a
production on
very
it as well
talented-
is really, really good. I imagine he's going to have done most of the production himself.
Yeah, man. Like,
He's a very talented musician.
he's an incredible guy as well.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
Lovely guy. Right, so we got some final news stories for you for this last little section of the Good News Report, episode 2. So first one, scientists in South Africa. Little story from South Africa. Hey, I'm getting better at that accent, but we're not gonna do. So
My motherland.
your motherland is South Africa.
No, genuinely, like I've had ancestors that have been South African. Yeah,
Nice,
yeah, man.
nice.
There you go.
little LJ factoid for you right there. Yeah. So scientists in South Africa, they've discovered a chemical that potentially could kill malaria, the parasite that makes malaria. It essentially could kill that. So they're one step closer to wiping out malaria,
Yo.
which is a proper good. The research comes out of the University of Pretoria.
Okay.
I'm going to stop with the accent because it's only going to get worse. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, malaria has killed more than 400,000 people in 2019. So I mean, I know because COVID gets all the headlines for diseases, but there's other diseases still going on.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is just a great step forward. I think they're still in the kind of trialing phase, so there's a long way to go. Long way to go with
That's
that,
good,
but a step in the right direction, definitely.
Yeah. Malaria. It's a big problem over, isn't it?
I think so, especially like in Africa, because it's mosquitoes, isn't it, that spread?
Yeah, yeah.
Spread a lot of malaria.
We have a friend that's spent some time in Africa,
Mm.
and unfortunately, yeah, she got malaria too. But
Oh yeah, I remember hearing.
she's fine now. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, but if we can cure it,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
that's a positive step.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, blessings to all that.
Another just little story coming out of this one's coming out of China. So in just 5 days, they built a 1,500 room hospital for fighting
In
COVID-19.
5 days.
5 days they built a
1,500, 1,500.
They are absolutely. They've upped last January they built a 1,000 bed hospital in 6 days. So now this January they've built a 1,500 bed one in 5 days. So they are absolutely on it. With
You know these contractors in bloody Huddersfield, you need to get your fucking ass
Yeah,
in
you
here.
can-
That's just ridiculous.
They've been building a bus stop for like 6 months down outside of town, literally. China's built 15 bed
It's true,
1,500 bed
man. Like,
hospitals.
yeah.
And thing that is proper good. Yeah, so it's the hospital's one of 6 new builds, a total of 6,500 rooms being built across China to battle coronavirus.
That's
Yeah.
cool, man. That's cool. Anything they can do to help, yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, so that's really good.
Right, I want to tell you something weird, right? This is some obscure stuff here, right? Right. I have found out that there's going to bring out the KFC console. No word of a lie, right? No word of a lie. This company called Coolmaster, right? They're generally working to they're making this console, the KFC console. Genuinely, right? It runs like games at 4K, 240 frames a second. It's like the shit. Like, honestly, it's technological, like, greatness. And it's got a built-in chicken chamber. Literally, like, it uses the system's natural heat and airflow system to keep your chicken warm while you're playing your game.
I can tell you the amount of time I've been gaming, and I really want to game, but I want to eat chicken at the same time. But I can't do that because my chicken will get cold. So I have to pause my game and do it. But now this time, I can keep playing my game
Thank you,
and keep my chicken.
Coolmaster, for the KFC console.
Oh, the KFC
I think what's gonna happen. I think it's more like maybe a new rival to PC gaming because it's like run by Intel NUC9 Extreme.
So it's gonna be more of a PC than a PS
It's
PlayStation.
pretty much yeah. It's using that computer element and it's.
I wonder if instead of a controller you'll have a drumstick.
Yeah, man, it's got like Asus powered graphics and everything, man. Genuinely, right? They're saying that this KFC console will stay the most powerful console for generations to come.
I can't
as
imagine,
far as like, you know, technology.
Yeah, but I mean, the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox One have just come out. They're like miles ahead of gaming kind of thing.
Are they?
No, I don't know. I guess so.
Well, PC's up there anyway, but you need like.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. PC's pretty good.
Yeah,
But I don't really play PC gaming. I play console gaming.
I'm a PlayStation man myself.
Yeah.
What about you?
Same PlayStation.
PlayStation
all the
or
way.
Xbox?
No, PlayStation. I
PlayStation,
think I've had
alright.
I've had PlayStation since PlayStation 1.
Me and my brother growing up, we used to have this rivalry. He had a PlayStation, I had an Xbox.
I had the same thing with my brother. Yeah. Exact same thing.
And I switched over to PS3 when it came out because I realised that PS3 was just smashing the shit out of the 360.
I'd agree with that. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, and then I've just stuck with PlayStation ever since.
I think I got a PS3 in like the back of my closet somewhere, and it'll still work if I plugged it in now.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Plays Blu-rays, man. It's a Blu-ray
Yeah,
player.
there you go.
Essentially, it's a Blu-ray player. Yeah, man.
Look, so
The KFC console.
the KFC console.
Like, yes, it's got this little chamber and you put your chicken in. I think that's brilliant. Yeah.
It's just the most ludicrous thing I think I've heard this week. Does it say when it's coming out? Has it got a release date on it? Yeah.
It's not got a release date yet, but genuinely, they've
How are
made
your
it.
hunger? Oh my god.
They've made it, right? They have
What a
made it.
tagline.
Honestly, you can see the picture on your screen now. That is the design of the KFC console right there.
It looks like a bucket. It looks like a KFC bucket.
It does look like a KFC bucket. Oh, brilliant. You gotta love gamers and nerds, man. They do the wackiest shit.
Yeah. I mean, true. I mean, they know the market. Like, they know that gamers like chicken.
Yeah, innit? They know the customers very much so. Yeah. Maybe they should make like a green one for herbalistics. But how would you? Yeah, you can't keep it that warm because that wouldn't work.
An Xbox 420.
The Xbox 420.
Yeah. It rolls up. You put all your stuff in the disc tray, and it just rolls it. Like it goes in and then comes out as like a fully rolled.
To be fair, I'd probably buy that. Sorry, Mom.
So just one more story for this week. This is not an old story, but I just read about this a chef on the Titanic from 1910, and this guy has a badass story, and I just want to share this on this. So this is Charles Yoggin. I think that's how you say his name.
All right, yeah.
So in the movie, he's shown as a drunk guy at the end when the Titanic's sinking. He's like clinging onto the rails, and he's like kind of thing. That's how they portray him in the movie. But in real life, this guy was the chief baker on the Titanic.
Okay.
So basically, when the Titanic starts to sink, he was in charge of putting food supplies on the lifeboats to make sure kind of people were fed. And women and children who like kind of said no, they don't want to go on the lifeboats. He picked him up and he threw him in the lifeboats essentially. Forced him out. And then after all the lifeboats have gone and he knew he was not going to have a chance of getting saved, he went back to his cabin and he just downed like bottle and bottle after whiskey.
Oh,
and he
mate.
got absolutely hammered.
Absolute shit face.
Because
you would
it's
though, wouldn't you?
It's the most
End of the day.
sensible thing to do, really.
Yeah,
it really did. So so he was the last person off the Titanic when it was sinking.
Right.
Apparently, and in his own account, like literally, he just stepped off when it was sinking. So he was on the thing, and as it was going down, he just steps off. It says here, to quote him, he didn't even get his hair wet. That was his quote when he fell in.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So then, as he spent 3 hours in the water, like -2 degrees, and normally that would
You know
kill
what
you.
I think? I tell you what, right? A lot of people think that this Titanic thing was a disaster, right?
Yeah.
Think about the fucking crabs in the kitchen, man. For them, it was a fucking. For them, it was.
We're going home.
Yeah,
Yay!
exactly. Like that was a survival story, if anything. Like
I think it's like like the penguins out of Madagascar.
The
maybe they
lobsters,
escaped
man.
the kitchen and then like got into the like engine room and just shoved it into the
freedom. Yeah,
Yeah.
For the lobsters, it wasn't that bad. Just saying.
So normally being in the water that long at that degree would kill, but because of all the whiskey in his system, he actually survived.
Like, genuinely?
Survived in the water. Yeah, until a lifeboat found him the next morning.
See,
And
folks, alcohol isn't always a bad thing.
It's just like he went on to. Apparently, he was in another boat sinking on the SS Oregon when it sank in Boston Harbor. So he was on another one. But yeah, other than that, he served in the war. He was serving on boats in the war, and then he died of old age. He died in 1956 of old age.
He saved himself.
He saved
himself by getting drunk.
By getting absolutely hammered. And if that's
If
not a
only
good news
everybody
story,
did that.
yeah.
What they should have done is instead of women and children first, forget that. They should have said, right, whiskey
to the bar.
to the bar.
Also, a good lesson. You know, if you're ever on board a sinking ship, don't run for the lifeboats. Head straight for the bar.
Fucking wankered.
Absolutely. Oh, lovely.
Ollie, you might have a job.
LJ.
We've got some bleeping to do.
I don't think I'm going to bother with it. There's too many bleeping. It's just easier if we just stick a parental advisory sticker on the thing, I think, than to go through and bleep everything.
Yeah. Full disclosure.
I don't think there's enough bleeps in the world to bleep out all the bleeping that we've done. I think if we did, I think this podcast would be 90% bleeps.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough.
Yeah, but that's good. I think we're finished for episode 2.
Man, I don't even want to finish it. I'm enjoying myself, but like genuinely, yeah, it's been another good episode. I think we've got a lot of good news out there. I hope people have enjoyed it. Props to you. Thank you very much for
thank you for listening.
the subscribers, the listeners.
Again, we're gonna stick all the links for the artists in the description.
Yep.
All the links for the charities that we mentioned as well. We'll stick them in the description in case you want to donate. Where to find a KFC console? We're not going to put that in because we don't know.
We don't know yet, man. We don't know.
Maybe if we keep promoting the KFC console, eventually they'll just give us one.
Nah, forget that. What about that book?
What book?
The lizard book.
The lizard. Oh yes, Cooking with Lenny.
Yeah.
Cooking for humans.
Get it. Alright, you heard it right here.
Yeah. Oh, we'll definitely stick a link for that in the description. Yeah.
Blessings. Thanks very much.
Yeah. Well,
for
thanks
listening.
very much, guys. Have a lovely time, and we will see you for episode 3. All right. Good evening. Good night. Good. I don't know what time of day. I feel like we could have ended just then, but now I've kept on talking.
I wanna lick you
Up and down till you say stop.
Let me play with your body, baby. Make you feel hot. And let me do all the things you want me to do.
Kissing that baby, I wanna get freaky with you.